Alright, let us just go over here and turn the sprinkler on. That's good to give everything a little drink. We're getting some seed down on the ground. Oh, everyone. This is so crazy. The last time you saw this, it was probably 6 inches tall. And with the new leaves, it's about 20 inches tall now. This is my Chicago fig tree. Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but I got a kumquat and I planted some basil, sweet basil, and a surprise watermelon plant came up as well. And they've been doing great as little complementary plants in the wine barrel that's with this kumquat, which has started to give off fruit and a second blossom, which means that I'll be able to have more kumquats even after these ones leave. It is the most exciting thing, and I'm trying to get a little beat on that white blossom there. Kumquat trees give off the most fragrant white little blossoms that are just so cute and so sweet smelling, almost like a lilac. It's wonderful. And funny enough, also peaches, which this is my peach tree, that has grown insanely large after it dropped all of its peaches. I had over 50 peaches on this tiny little tree, and it has grown so much since then. I mean, the branches are huge, the leaves have doubled. Even though it's been topped off, the branches are going over it. And I can't even imagine how much my okra has changed. I'm actually leaving that one on for seedlings. And that one's been blown over because it just got huge. And my Kiko melon, I had to trim this back. It's about 1/3 of the actual size, but now it's putting off blossoms again because we had a really big heat cycle. It was 95 degrees a couple days ago. And there we go. That is not a fruit blossom. Well, at least you can see a cute little blossom. That, and the reason why I know that is because usually there's a little ball behind the blossom, and that is not it. Oh. Now, these are new, like 2 weeks new, and these are sweet potato slips. They have doubled in size. Oh, mercy. And then there's this overgrowth. This is our rosemary vining plant next to the catnip, and then the oregano, which has bloomed. You guys have missed so much in the last 2 months here. I really regret not doing more. I just didn't have time this year to share and show off. But it has been incredible how much everything has just overgrown and gone wild. You can see in the back, those are 3 sunflowers that have literally already died and reseeded. And then I did flax for the entire lawn, and that's the 3rd time I've done that. And everything is just so green and so big. And these trees are humongous. And then these are Mexican sour gherkins because we're doing a 3rd round of reseeding. And these seedlings are 2 weeks old. And of course, finally my tomato plants are showing off and giving fruit. And I've already had some freaking fresh and delicious. I got these seeds from a hothouse tomato from the store, and by far they taste so much better than, well, the tomato that I got it from. Oh gosh. Now, right next to these tomatoes, gosh, they look so good. And they're supposed to triple in size from what they are right now, but this black currant bush, I topped off, and on the canes next to every leaf is a node, and these nodes shot up. And you're supposed to cut off the top so this will happen, usually at the after autumn time. So just remember that for the future. I still can't get enough of these tomatoes. Some of them look a little bit skewed or different, and that's because of cat facing, but there's this one beautiful tomato that just, the ridges look great on it, and I can't wait for that to get big and ripe, and I will cut it and show it off to you guys, along with this beautiful little watermelon, which I'm hoping will get bigger. I think this is supposed to be a Charleston Gray, which is supposed to get to up to 50 pounds, but that's not happening. Not in this little pot. This guy will probably just be a little self watermelon. And I am totally happy with that. Along with this Kajari melon. This I don't think is going to get up to 5 or 6 pounds, which is what usually happens. Again, I think that's because this plant had a hard time going into this pot. Sometimes they stunt. This is the second fruit that I got off of it, and it's probably just a little bit bigger than a golf ball right now. And then next to it again is a smaller Kajari. It doesn't have anything on it. Now, if anybody remembers my first garden tour, the ube or purple sweet potato was this size when I first had it in, and now this sweet potato, which is much larger, oh so much larger, not only is creating so many vines, but I was able to get slips by cutting off these vines, rooting them, and the ones in the other raised bed are from this sweet potato plant. And then, my friends, we have volunteer plants. This is a volunteer watermelon which just shot out of nowhere, and I'm so excited for this to grow. And then, of course, a strange potato plant, which I did not plant. And then more volunteers. These, I believe, are going to be 2 cherry tomatoes. I believe they're wild boar. They will be purple and yellow, and they taste so sweet. And then this is also another volunteer. I think it's going to be a zucchini, but it could be a pumpkin plant. I do not know, to be very honest, but I am hopeful. Oh, and then these. I didn't do the best at this to share with you these morning glories, but the purple on them is my favorite. Oh, and another potato that I did not plant, but it is next to this giant tree that's in our backyard, and it's starting to pup or put out more potatoes, which is why we have that one. And then even more little pumpkin blessings. This guy is probably going to take a week before it gets pretty substantial, and I'm able to germinate it, but I'm excited to pollinate it. That's the word. Oh, wildflowers. We planted so many wildflowers, which Sweet Alyssum, which is this, actually is native to certain parts of California, and we have the white and purple variegation, which has been so beautiful and has this subtle sweet fragrance, which again reminds me of lilacs, just on a very 5 to 6 inch scale. I think the largest ones that we have might be 6 to 8. No, not even that. Yeah, I would say the tallest alyssum is 6 inches tall. And they have brought so much joy. with just their beautiful little colors. Not only are these here, but we have beautiful yellow calendula, which have reseeded like crazy. And those are also next to my beautiful roses, which are yellow and pink variegated. So close to opening up again. This is their second surge, and they've gotten so big and tall. The mint has also gone crazy. I'm quite happy to see purple in this crazy wildflower bouquet, and I hope you enjoyed seeing all the different things that have happened in the last couple months.